the voices inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
All right. I'm just trying to pull up the chat, y'all. All right, mods, there's been a lot. I've had so many emails about my mods deleting and timeouting, and I said the one show, one strike, but they're taking it a little far. So we got to calm down, please. Obviously, nasty stuff, but I'm watching the chat right now and my mods because I'm honestly thinking about just having, it'd end up being like 5 mods because it basically would just be my family modding for my channel because things are wild. Why is every case, every time people get wild? Hey Sharon, hey Lisa, yin yang. We got my Cobra Kai on, but it's like disappearing in the background a little. Looks crazy. Lucia, Wandering Hearts, Chris, Lil Wang, Hummingbird, Eliza, Crystal, Peggy. My husband worked in Perth for about 3 years, and I came to visit. There were many people in Perth to suit me, though. Oh. Mandy, TNT, Radmilla. Okay. I mean, give it a minute here. Hey, Grey Wolf, Valley Girl, you guys. So, finally caught a live here in Australia. Yeah, I'm not often live in the mornings like this, am I? Hi, Tina. Did I say hi to you, Zarzilla? Hummingbird. All right, so we're going to talk about, the obvious. We've been seeing what's been going on there and with the protests outside Billie Jo's house and all of that mess, and then being found, at a hotel and out to dinner, having some drinks, and all hell broke loose, right? Like, media is on standby, right? Because, man, they caught up with them quick. Hey, Thor, Jay, it's nice for you to catch them as well as you're in your... I didn't know that, Jay. Okay, so I will try and... So I should do more morning chats then, instead of all evenings. I never know. Evenings usually look like better, I feel like, because people are home from work and stuff. But I forget about the time zones, the different time zones. So you're right. I'll do better at that. I promise. Because I do. It's easy to forget because we all just feel like we're in, one. We kind of feel like we're just like in a living room hanging out. We forget we're actually scattered all around the world, which is awesome. You got to go to work. Have a good day at work. Mornings are better. Okay. So folks in Chatham County are very angry. Yes. Yeah, they are. Let's start with, I don't know. I want to pull some stuff up. Let me find it. Because, yeah, as you guys know, I was speaking with Billie up until she was in our chat on Monday. She didn't say much, just said hi. Please don't bombard me with questions, but at least let everyone know, like, we're here. We didn't take off. There's interaction, right? But then silence, and then everyone went berserk yesterday when all that went down, right? And I was kind of like, whoa, what the heck is going on? And of course, Billie stopped using her Facebook Messenger And there's a source that I have that's close to Billy and them, and can relay a little bit of things back. And like, I'm gonna have to tell you guys, I can also tell you that I've seen some things I've been asked not to show, and I'm like, if like, and I wish I could, because I think people would understand the situation a little bit differently. So it bothers me that I can't, but I understand why I can't right now. So I'm gonna pull up a couple of the clips, and then I'm going to tell you what I've been okayed to put out there in, you know, a different side to what we're seeing. So now, if you don't care about that, you don't want to hear it, fine, click off, but you don't have to be nasty in the comments, because like I said, it's not up to me to make people tell me the truth or not. But so far, I have to say, with what I have been shown and things I cannot show you right now, but I can tell you I have seen some things. I still am going to come on here and say a lot of people have a lot of shit wrong right now. And that's why I wish they would just wait and let law enforcement do what they're doing, because I'm telling you, like, I wish I could show you guys some stuff right now, but I can't at this time, because I know that it would make people go, "Oh," and probably a little bit lay off of certain people. But I've been asked not to do that, which to me speaks volumes, don't you think? So I want to pull up some mess. And while I pull this up, I want people to understand that they were caught at a hotel. Yes. Should they have been out drinking and partying? No, that's definitely in bad taste. Okay. Cotton Candy investigates hate eats on the streets. Killer family. Thor, did I say hi to you yet, brother? Thor? Lucia? Um, Pretty Patty. Oh man, people are being vicious to me. It's unfucking believable. Unbelievable. But I had to keep on, right? Because this is what they do. They get upset. They scream and yell at Cher. They call Cher all of these things. What did they call me? A murderer sympathizer? The sympathizer. That should be my fucking name. That's actually a badass handle, don't you think? No? You all know I can put that on merch and sell it. But anyway. So I know you guys have lots of questions. Hey, Channel Surfer. And that's fair. But there's lots of answers I could give right now, but I've been asked not to do that. So I cannot, but there is some answers I can give. And again, those answers, it's just what I can, it's just another side. If you think it's the truth, not the truth, again, that's not my position. My position is to give a voice to everyone, all sides, unedited by media and the way that they want it out there. Remember, voices behind the wall? Do you remember how many times I've had to say this, right? That's why we're less popular around here, but that's okay. All right, so let's pull up okay. Wow. Okay, so while I'm leaving this up, I want people to know that outside that house, okay, let's think about this. There's been a suspect name. We know what the suspect name is, right? It's the mother. And there has been, I have witnessed Billie Jo being very cooperative. You know, from what my friend has shown me, I can say that she's been very, extremely cooperative with law enforcement. And from a mother's standpoint, I'd say beyond cooperative, if that's even a thing. So, in my opinion, I can only tell you guys from what I know, what I've seen, what I've witnessed behind the scenes. That's the only thing. That's the only way I can tell you guys that this is why I feel this way, right? Everyone wants me to come up here after that and probably expecting me to bash her, but no. Why can I not find? Okay, give me a second here. There we go. That might be it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, well, we'll pull this up. All right, 1 second. I gotta share screen. I know. All right, let's share screen. Uncle Matt, hey. Let's share screen here. All right, and I think sometimes it works for whatever reason. The sound is better when my camera's off. Okay. Am I sharing right now? Yes. Okay. All right.
Information in the search for the body of a 20-month-old boy. Tonight, we are bringing you content you will see only on News 3.
We are bringing you content.
It is a picture of Quentin Simon's mom at a Tybee Island bar just hours after federal agents left a landfill looking for her child's body. So far, Leilani Simon has refused to comment on Quentin's death.
Leilani, do you have anything to say? Leilani, tell us what happened to Quentin.
Today, federal agents and police officers returned to
Sound
a
like
landfill
Bullhorn
for
Betty.
a second day to scour the property for Quentin's remains. WSCV's lead investigative reporter Brett Buffington is joining us live now from the Joint Task Force Command Center near that landfill, and that is where the search for Quentin continues.
And Tina, some dozens of agents. They just left for the day. They started at sunrise this morning. They will be back at sunrise tomorrow. They told us yesterday that this search, it could take days.
Yes, we know that.
This is the shot from above. Federal agents lined up, raking through garbage. Yesterday, this went on for hours. Today, this is the shot that is trending. That's Leilani Simon, the only suspect in her son's disappearance. Leilani, her mother, Billie Jo Howell, and others at a pub.
So that, you have a good heart, sweetie. Some people just don't have the same heart. Love you, boo. Thank you, Annabelle. It's, it's good heart. We're just actually trying to understand more, like seeing the bigger picture that nobody else wants to see. They just see monsters and just see that there's a baby missing, and they're not wrong to be angry. I'm not saying that they don't have a right to be angry. And with my discussions with Billie Jo in the past, she knew that too. She acknowledges that, like, yeah, I know, I know people are angry, but you know, they're shouting things like burn the house down. Let's burn the house down. I don't think that's appropriate at all. Let law enforcement do their job, but they have listed one suspect and it's one suspect, but there's other people in that house and you have people saying commit arson, burn a house down with them people in it. And then oh shit, they're spotted at a hotel. You know what I mean? Like you can't. And also, by the way, like law enforcement is not allowed to let these people be in harm's way, by the way. They're not allowed. Doesn't matter if Leilani, oh God, I hope I'm saying that right. It doesn't matter if Leilani is a prime suspect or not. Like she's out here. They are not allowed to let these people be in harm's way. They still have rights, even though you guys don't think that they should or do. They do. So, and people are definitely crossing some huge lines in what they're doing. Going down there, sitting on your lawn chairs because, well, I don't really know why. That's fine. Everyone's got their own way. If they think that that's helpful, that's going to get them to talk. Okay, cool. But I've been criticized for Cher just gets there on a phone. What does she know? What is she doing? I've had no problems. And let me tell you, I can promise you, I've asked questions and gotten answers to that are very real. You know, yeah. Cracks me up, people protesting an empty house. That does. I said, oh shit, they found him now. They can't be angry that they were there for 2 days. Protesting at an empty house. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. That shit is funny. I think it's funny. You have to laugh at shit like that or you just lose it all, right? Is the county paying for the housing protective custody? I have no idea. And if I did know that, I wouldn't be able to even say that. I have no idea. I would have to guess no, because I would think that they wouldn't be allowed out to have dinner at a bar. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm going to go with no. I don't think that there's like actual protective custody. But I do know. Bye, Blacklisted. Thank you for unsubscribing. Small-minded, weak people like you are not welcome here anyways. We don't like subscribers like you. So I thank you for taking it back. And then leaving that comment, which definitely hurts my channel. Thank you. But you don't think that law enforcement didn't know where they were? You know what I'm saying? Why do they need to announce that they're leaving? Because they crave the attention so badly. Tara W. Unsub. Bye, Tara. I love it because it's probably people that weren't even subbed to begin with. I love that shit. Do you want to watch 2 more people say I unsubbed? Listen to this. Listen to this. I can sympathize and relate to Billie Jo. Oh my God. How many people want attention right now? Unsub. 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 Let us all know. Now's your time to shine. Unsub. I'm going to unsub and sub again just so I can say it. Thank you. That's why I love you, Teresa. Oh man, you are awesome. Zena, we might need a bouncer. I will fight Leilani, I swear to God. Just let nature take its course, okay? And the justice system do their job because they are. They are trying to do the Diggler. Yeah, I think you did that like a back in the Watts days, didn't you, Diggler? You just sub, Kit. Welcome. I hope you stay. Oh, I got you, Diggler. Okay, let's be serious again.
Popular Tybee Island bar last night, just hours after the search for her son wrapped up. We've learned from the people who waited on them. They took shots, got flirty, and even demanded one waiter's phone number. The investigative unit with the shot showing the missed phone call. That number from Billie Jo Howell's.
Okay. So okay. I asked about this specific situation, and I got a very honest response. I don't think that this is something I'm allowed to share a response for, but I do have a response to this, and it that's all I can say. I have a response to it, and maybe one day I can share it. I don't think I can. If I am allowed to share the response to that, will you please text me? If not, I'm just not going to. But I did get a very real answer to. I said, what was up with that waiter and the whole phone number thing? And I did. So moving on.
Cell phone. That grandmother today telling these Tybee Island cops we were starting to annoy her. We found Billie Jo Howell leaving this Tybee Island hotel. She didn't stop to talk to us then, and though it says she read this message asking about last night, she didn't text us back either.
No, she didn't. She didn't. She texted a friend, though, who made sure to text me. Yeah. Yeah. She's being careful. Well, actually, I don't know how to say that. Now, I do have to kind of at least point out, because, ChəR, the Sandcastle Inn, the Sandman, anyways, the conspiracy of it all. No. Oh, hold on. Yes, I can. Oh, okay. So I can tell you. Okay, let's go back.
To annoy her.
That would be annoying when you're not even a named suspect. Like, the police came out and gave a name. Okay, we're all well aware of that. It wasn't Billie Jo. It wasn't Billie Jo. So would it be annoying that you are not able to, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't her. So she has rights, people. And again, that's not the name that even is released in the press conferences. The officer said nothing about Billie Jo, but here we are hounding and harassing her, which, can I understand like people's feelings? Yes. But this is again where they aren't fully thinking. They're just letting the anger take over and not even thinking like, what, just doesn't make sense. Like, let her go. Okay. So we're going to rewind a little bit because okay.
Learned from the people who waited on them. They took shots, got flirty, and even demanded one waiter's phone number. The investigative unit with the shot showing the missed phone call. That number from Billie Jo Howell's cell phone. That grandmother today telling these Tybee Island cops we were starting to annoy her.
Well, that dude sounds annoying anyway, but anyways, how many times you practice in days? But so okay. And wait, some people okay, I said, can you please ask her about the waiter at the bar thing? I feel like maybe he was a little bit instigating things, to try and get a story out there. And I said, I know how the media can twist things to make things look dirty, and they do it a lot. And my friend texted back and said, there was a cute waiter, and all of the ladies in there were being flirty with him, just kind of being nice. A lot of us are welders and just trying to be nice to the kid and, pick at him a little bit and whatnot. Leilani was the only one that was like young enough to be around the guy's age. She was so like anxiety ridden, and of course because of what's going on, and you know, people were just picking, it was really just picking at the waiter and a bunch of you know, like some of us ladies do. Now, is it appropriate? No, probably not really. But I mean, again, you can see I'm asking these questions, and whether or not the response looks good, I'm getting a response. And I think that says a lot. And I was just told that I could share this, which means Billy told my friend that it's okay. So like, it doesn't look good to say that. We were out there, you know, goofing off, whatever. That's not an answer y'all want to hear or see, right? But it's an honest answer, right? Can you guys kind of see where I'm saying, and I wish I could show you more, where I think that you guys, well, actually, I know y'all don't have the full picture. You don't. And things look bad, and that's understandable, but I'm promising you don't have the full picture. So let me get back because I can't see my chat right now. Hold up. I flirt with female waitresses, but only if they do it first. Eli, that's your opinion. No one is excusing behavior, Julie. No, we're not excusing it. We're saying it's probably not the best. And I think they know that that was not the best idea, but I can't really explain that away. What I can say though is, again, is I'm getting very honest answers, whether they look good or not for the situation. And there's something to be said for that. Instead of just feeding me bullshit like Dawn and Candace Wells does, or trying to send let's plan these $1 million pay-per-view events and lies, ChəR. Help me do this, ChəR. Help me lie to everyone. Help me fool all these creators, ChəR. That's a completely different story, right? That's not what we're getting here. I'm asking questions, and whether or not the answers make something look good, I'm getting them. Because let me tell you, like, yes, that response isn't a response. Like, duh, we know that. Billy knows that. Like, everyone knows that. The truth will be told, and just wait, you know, it's in the works of coming out. If y'all only knew what is going on behind the scenes. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Exactly, Cotton Candy. Exactly. Do you want the link, by the way? I'll give it to you. I'll text it to you. I do not think Liliani is the guilty one. Wait, I do not think Leilani is the guilty one. That's weird. Crimes have consequences. Has Annabelle, or yes, Annabelle, it's games, you know, the ones that would be doing. Sorry to interrupt chat. I will hush. I didn't see the beginning of that conversation at all. Billie Jo be helping the police. I from everything I've witnessed, as I said at the beginning, it's, dare I say, beyond cooperating. From what I've seen, if everything what I'm seeing is legit and I'm not being fucked with, yes, 110%. She is doing what she should be doing, and people should just let justice do its course, because it's going to happen. I've seen it happen. Or what they want, what, trust me, they're working hard on this. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Choo-choo! That's a long time. 6 months? And you're still proud to be a member, Hermit? Well, thank you. Like I said, it's not about the number of people, it's the quality of people that matters and cares about the understanding of everything. Because I'm going to tell you something, like, I'll repeat it. I still want Leilani to do better for herself, no matter where she might be one day, even if it's in prison for life, prison and then a mental hospital, or a mental hospital and then prison, whatever. Now, people, when I say that again, they hear, I think Leilani should be out and free and just get away with what's happened. That's not the words coming out of my mouth. I just would like to see her better herself, because she's still somebody's sister. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's granddaughter. And she's still a mother. And she's made mistakes, but it affects everyone now around, right? Everybody. It doesn't just affect Leilani at this point, and it's unfair to think she killed her baby. Karma, we will find out the truth, but it sounds like that, yeah. But I mean, we get that. How many times do we have to have that written in chat? You know what I'm saying? To a point, it's just like, so we understand that, but what more than that? Do you feel better that you just typed that in the chat? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. People are crazy. But you are defending her. Maybe I am. Am I defending her? Did you hear me say that? Did you hear me say I think that she should be free? Or did you hear me say that I think that she should, no matter what, better herself? Are people crazy? Do you not have loved ones? I hope you never have a loved one that goes through something like this, or even less than this, and ends up in the system. That's what the problem is. Half y'all don't even understand what that is like. That's the problem. All your people born with silver spoons up your asses that don't even know what any of that is like, or to have a loved one that has at all been in the system, to even understand that you can still want better for someone. Again, it's someone's granddaughter. Like, for the cause of everybody else who didn't ask for all of this, whose lives will forever be changed now, deserve some kind of normalcy back in their lives, don't you think? Jesus, y'all. Some people. I'm glad people are showing their true colors all like these days.
Found Billie Jo Howell leaving this Tybee Island hotel. She didn't stop to talk to us then, and though it says she read this message asking about last night, she didn't text us back either.
Because she's smart.
This is my baby, not yours!
Oh, I love that part.
It was just over a week and a half ago. Billie Jo Howell got into this emotion-fueled
like 3 minutes to get off
You were
that
wrong.
chair.
I begged you to help. I begged you to help.
Last night, the party, according to the waiters, ran up a tab over $300, while protesters stood in front of the family's house, demanding justice for Quentin.
Listen, there are so many people asking tonight, why hasn't this mom been arrested? She's the only suspect in the case. The Chatham County...
Did you hear that? Did you hear that this douche right here just said that?
Police chief doubled down on what he's told us yesterday, that when they file charges, when they file those charges in this case, if they file those charges in this case, they want to make sure that they don't get hung up on any technicality. Tina?
Brett, thank you. Now, if you would like to stay up to date on this case, you can do it by going to...
Cher, I understand your method. I am starting to understand Billie Jo. Maybe she is trying to keep her alive and get her to come forward. I am not defending, only understanding. Cassie, you're trying. That is, thank you. You know, if you guys try to put yourselves in that situation, like I did when I seen that before having any conversations last night, with my friend, I was like, well, I can't defend this, right? I mean, honestly, I was like, what the fuck, texted my dad right away, and I was like, Dad, like, this is crazy, because one thing that I think I'm thankful for is when everything in my past and stuff, like back then, being born in 83 and going through everything that I went through, like, there was none of this. This was not a thing. We've been in the newspapers, okay? But, like, this was not a fucking thing. And, like, I'm like, holy shit, could you imagine? So, like, Dad and I actually talk about, like, could you imagine if this was a thing back in the day? Like, that'd be freaking insanity, right? So, anyways, I'll tell you, talking, the way Dad and I were talking about it, and even Mark and I talking about it, like, you have to think, like, I get anxiety, I get stressed out. And when you are them in that situation, whether you guys like it or not, their anxieties, and Billie Jo, which, by the way, who has not been named a suspect, and that was just from, that day. Again, Billie Jo is not named a suspect, right? And you don't think that she's got some steam? Because I promise you, and again, I so wish I could show some stuff that I've been shown. You guys would understand so much more. And I do believe that should Liliani have been out drinking? No. But there's so many things I think of. Like, if you know your daughter is about to be, your lives are changing forever, and that now, your daughter is going to go away for a long, long time, if not forever. And these are your last moments. Do you know what I'm saying? Not that people think, I'm not saying that that's right or I condone them out partying, but are you guys hearing me? Are you hearing a bigger picture, or just what you want to? And also all of the emotions and anxiety. And again, I do promise you, there's going to be things one day that I hope you all see, that I hope I can show you one day, that's going to be like, I think a lot of people are, and I promise you this, I think a lot of people are self-medicating, sweetie. That's a good way to say it. Is it right? No. But if you were in that situation, would you be? Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, I've clearly thought about it. Yeah, oh yeah. I get anxiety and have to smoke a joint before coming on some of these YouTube lives. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah. In fact, I think back, and if all my past was on social media like it is right now, I think I probably would have killed myself. That's real talk. You guys are pushing people, not you all, but there's people that are doing that it could have some very, very, very serious consequences. And that's not justice. That's not proper justice. If people think that's justice for Quentin to have even more loss in this situation, y'all are dead wrong. That's not proper justice. And I don't believe for 1 minute that is no, I can't believe that. I smoke 3 joints in the morning. It is a heartbreaking situation, Alex, for sure. For sure. When my son died, I went in the shower and screamed and cried. I don't need to drink or use drugs for me. I say for me. I can't. I need to remember him, feel the pain, feel the loss. Julie, that is, and we understand that too. That makes perfect sense too. But each human is built differently, and especially some of us, myself included, are just born into a different world, and we cope differently, and we fuck up differently. And Wait, what? Okay. Okay. You're born into madness. Yeah. A 12-step meeting. Wait, what did that say? I've been in a situation where my husband carved the front page news for weeks and my family was torn apart forever, so I see both sides. Thank you, Angie. Good to see you. Angie. I'm going to text you today. Yes, we can see you. Inhale, exhale. Has Leilani been on drugs for a long time? I mean, did she start doing drugs in her teens? That's a good question. I'm going to guess, but I don't know that. I can definitely ask. It's a good question. I just assumed that she was doing them from a young time. Because I'll be honest with you, first time I ever had a drug, I was I can't remember if I was 11 or 12. One of my foster brothers got in a car accident and broke his collarbone and his arm in the accident, and they gave him Oxycontin. And I asked him one day, I said, "Can I try one of those?" And he said, "Yeah." And yeah, I think I was 11 or 12. And that was the first time that I ever did a drug rather than trying alcohol. But yeah, so I just assumed that Leilani has probably done it at quite a young age, but I'll ask. But I just, Sharon, thank you. Okay, so now, why were they at the hotel? Why were they at the restaurant, right? And so from what I've been told is that, well, again, it goes back to being threatened of being harmed in their home. Like, do you really think that that was a safe place when people are actually talking about, and strangers are just showing up and people are live streaming and putting out, "Hey, come here, blah, 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 blah." Because what I noticed, if you actually go watch the articles about the family and everything, they don't put the actual house address. They say the block of blah, blah, blah. But then you get YouTubers down there live in front of their house saying this house address, this, but guess what? There's more than just Leilani in that house. So yeah, you're putting the household at risk, especially when you're like, just burn it down, burn them up. And these things were said. You know, I already assumed without being told, and nobody had to, like, I already assumed and thought that that probably wasn't really a place that they should be at right now, to be honest. So to find out that they were at a hotel somewhere did not shock me in the slightest. I was like, okay. Now, I was shocked by the partying statement and the drinking statement and stuff, but we got people talking. We clearly got people selling stories and want to say, "Hey, I got this person's number," and blah, 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 right? And so there's a mix of that and probably not thinking clearly and doing, just sit in the hotel room and do nothing. But hi, just Shawnee. So you know what I mean? So like I said, though, she certainly owns when she fucks up. And unfortunately, the world is watching her. But what if the world was watching all y'all too? You know what I'm saying? Like, we do have to try and honestly, like, think about things a little bit deeper. YouTubers never made that threat to burn down the house. Were you there, Sweet and Spice? You know that threat never happened? You know that was never said? Don. You look like Don Keller. And maybe it wasn't a YouTuber. Maybe it was just some of the people that gathered around the YouTubers. Who knows? But are you going to say that those threats were never made at all? Do you know that? Why keep a murderer safe? Because she needs to go to prison. She needs to go to prison. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean keeping her safe? The police and law are doing what they have to do. They haven't taken her yet. When, you know, the community is screaming for them to do so, they haven't done it yet. Like, just what does that mean? Do you have proof it was said by Bullhorn or Dolly? First of all, did I come on here and say Bullhorn Betty or Dolly threatened them? Did I say that? Did I say those two names? You're saying those two names. I did not. I said they are getting threats. Yes, threats by protesters that gathered outside their house. Were they YouTubers? I don't fucking know everything those YouTubers said. People around the YouTubers? Maybe. We saw there was a huge gathering out there. Are they locals? Maybe. We see that some locals are very angry. Have they gotten those threats? Yes, they have. Have I mentioned by whom? No, I haven't. Fuck out of here. Oh, YouTubers are saying a whole lot, but I did not say YouTubers said they were going to burn down the house. I would never fucking say that. Or if it came out like that, no. I certainly never ever said Bullhorn Betty or Dolly Vision's names either. Guess what? I know who the fuck you are, and you're just gone. You can cash me outside too, bitch, because I got one for you. Don. Stupid bitch. Why don't you crawl up Candace's asshole some more? Fucking lying piece of shit. The skeleton picture made you look better, by the way. Keep that one. Pissing me off. Now people will take that and run with it. Oh my God. Cher's a life coach and this is how she's talking. Fuck off. Damn right. I still got openings, by the way. But yeah. No, people aren't going to do that shit to me. I'm tired of it. They've been doing that shit for 3 years and I'm done with it. And it's always the same fucking people. And then guess what? She'll be kissing my ass. No, guess what? She's got like 20 other accounts that she'll come in under and start being fucking nice under. Watch. Like, we know how this shit works. Do you believe, Cher, do you believe murdered? Oh, sorry. Who do you believe murdered Quentin? Well, I think that well, I think Leilani did. I think Leilani had a mental break. I think she's been mentally unstable, and I think that October 5th was yeah, I think that that's what I think. I think, yes, obviously Leilani is involved. Do I question her boyfriend at the time, yeah, I do question his involvement. Of course I do. But yes, for the most part, I think it's safe to say that Leilani she wasn't mentally well and shouldn't have been around the children alone, and that she done what she done. That's my answer, and I'm just going to leave it like that. And I do believe that she is going to have to pay for that. I do. Through the justice system. Okay? But it doesn't mean that she should go to prison and be a piece of shit inside the prison. That's what I mean by it's not too late for her to at least have, again, I would like I would like, I think that's safe, I can say, I would like Leilani's other children to look back, and I would like Leilani's other loved ones who didn't ask for any of this mess to look back and like their lives are never going to be normal again, right? But it's going to be a new normal for them. But she can still do something with herself inside the institution so that there's something that her other children who are survivors will look back and again, as I've said a million times, say, okay, well, it wasn't all for nothing. Because you know what I mean? I know what I wished in my situation. And so that's why I always give that advice. That's why I've begged and pleaded with Candace to do the same, because I can't not think about the other children are going to be seeing all this shit one day, and they're going to, and yeah. So, both, of course, as horrible as the other. Mm-hmm. Those names didn't come out of my mouth. They're going to say they came out of my mouth, but no, it didn't. And, maybe perhaps I worded things wrong, but I had never said, I said YouTubers were saying some things, but I think I also said other people outside the house, and we know what's going on. So the smart people understand what I was saying. The people who want to cause problems and be the little rift makers and keep the community stirred, they know exactly what they're doing. They know that's not what I said, but they can clip that part now and twist it to exactly what they want it to say and make it look bad. And that's okay. Let them. We're used to that by now. But no, I never, ever said that. Nor would I, because I didn't hear that. Like, no, that's not what I said. So whatever. Let the people do their things. It's very, very clear that the pot stirrers really make themselves known and very clear. So I thank them for that. And yeah, so we know what the rumor will be. Is Cher said that Dolly and Bullhorn said they were going to blow up the house, but let's be real, that's not the words that came out of my mouth. But of course, they won't care enough to get through a live stream to listen and get the answers. But then again, do we really fucking care around here? We don't, right? We just take it and keep it moving. That's how we work. Those YouTubers are just profiting up. Yo, we heard some of the things, and yeah, there's enough proof Quentin was abused. We know that. If anyone gets that out of what you said, ChəR, they're crazy in the head. They're going to try and make it, Brit. And, but again, it's very clear, they're sent by a camp to stir shit. They made their little clip, and then they want to come in here and say, yeah, you said that. And it's like the one person that, and then they had to keep coming. So yeah, the shitsters can have their fun, and that's all they got to do with their life. I feel sorry for them, but let them do their thing. In all honesty, it just gives me more attention anyways. It's like free advertising. So, I mean, the haters watch too. And if you think that harms my channel, it doesn't. I mean, some of my haters are pretty fucking I'd say they're my number one fans, to be quite honest. When they sub, they pay to be a member, they buy your merch, and they got their alarms set for your channel. And oh yeah, we love those haters who are secretly fans, Mob justice is ugly. Yeah, it sure is. Sweet Sativa. Thanks, boo. They want body get the charges to stick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and the other creators and all that talking shit now, they did the same thing in Don Wells' case. They did the same thing in Chris Watts' case. Any case that I talk to people, they freak out. And I don't know why, because we've seen how they worked, right? True Crimes Obsessed talking shit about me. We see her do the same thing. She kisses the asses of people. I tell when I think something looks fucked up, and some, like this doesn't really look good, but what do you have to say, because just something doesn't look good doesn't mean it's the full story, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like just kissy butt. If something looks bad, I say it looks bad. Yeah, you know what I mean? There's some things I say there's no fucking way I can back that or support that. I don't know. Like, yeah, bad is bad. I know that. Billy knows that. Most of y'all know that. But let's just say if these people, let's say Don, Candace, whatever, we're all talking to any of them, do you get anywhere being an asshole? Like, would they be being an asshole then or talking shit? No. So a lot of it is, I think that they just wish that, I don't know, they could talk to them. But when you see everyone just camera all the time, and you can tell some people just do things for the money and the paycheck. You can tell that. And you can tell where there's people that clearly they want to be helpful in the situation, but they also want to know so much more so that in the future they can be helpful to other situations. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't that just make so much sense? I want to learn things from these situations because I know my past and I know what I learned from, and I know I want to learn so that I can better help. Plus, when you go in, I think it's been proven now. How many people do I get to talk to that will give me answers, whether they're true or not? Now, we've seen the shit show with Don and Candace, right? And what they had me doing. This is not happening in this case. Okay. So I want them to see, like, while we've been comparing this case a lot to Summer Wells's case, there's also, I want people to acknowledge that there's a lot different. As I will remind you, I'm getting answers to things that, even though the answer doesn't look good, I'm getting an answer. What's that tell you? What's it tell you? And we're not supposed to like all the answers we get. Like, what the fuck? That would mean that they're kissing my ass and just blowing smoke up my ass like Dawn and Candace, right? No. Haters are your motivators, right, Rihanna? I care about it all because they're people, right? And again, I get into these cases because of my past makes me drawn to them. And yes, I think it does make me a little bit more unbiased. And does it make me sympathize with people more? Yes, it does. And I will never understand the people that don't at least try to understand the mental illness that goes into these cases, and young mothers especially, okay? I'm not saying it's right, and I'm saying I understand the anger. I get it. But again, it's about understanding such a much bigger picture than what people are wanting to. It's just, oh, they're baby killers. Lock them up. Throw away the key. Burn their house down. Whatever. It's like, it's just not me. That's not. Nope. if I'm being told the truth, I get to learn something more in the situation. And I can also better help people, you know? And even if I'm being lied to or used or manipulated, like some people are saying, I still learn something that I can use to help other people. Either way, Cher's learning. Either way, I am confident right now today to say that I'm getting the answers, and some of the answers I don't like, but I respect the person a little bit more now because just they don't care that like they're just so honest of answers to questions. It doesn't matter they look bad. It just doesn't matter. And to me, I'm like, okay, so it helps me feel like, okay, I'm not being lied to, or why the fuck would they have just said that to me? You know? So but I think that's all for right now that I can put out. Like I said, I wish I could. I've got so much. Like I was. Let me see if I can show this differently. Some people think that this is funny to do, and I do not, because you're leaving this in Quentin's memorial. You're leaving this in Quentin's memorial. Okay. Some people think that that's justice. But when you're doing that and you're leaving something like that at a memorial for Quentin, 20-month-year-old Quentin, do you think that that is something that should be at a memorial no matter how angry you are? Do you think that that's appropriate? Be angry at Billie Jo all you want. Be angry at her husband all you want. Be angry at Leilani all you want. Should this have been put with some teddy bears and toys and stuff that were left for Quentin? Should that be there? Because if anyone thinks that that's appropriate to be left in the memorial, I'm saying left in the memorial. Okay? This is what I got sent to my phone this morning. That's disgusting. Disgusting. They couldn't even find the L's, so they had to use 7s. That's disgusting. They couldn't even, like, they damn sure wanted to leave that there at Quentin's memorial. And if you ask me, that's not nice to Quentin. You are not doing that. Like, yeah, that would get under Billy's skin, Leilani's skin. Congratulations. But you left that at a memorial for a 20-month-old, what we now know is a 20-month-old passed away victim of abuse. Okay, you did that. That's not needed. That's taking away, people. That takes away from the memorial. That's not helpful. That's disgusting, and shame on you. Shame on you. Disgusting. Somebody paid for all that at the local dollar store too to do that, and that's disgusting. Disgusting. And I am going to share this, and I didn't even ask, but I think it will be okay. It was a question, do you think the memorial should be brought inside, should we just bring the memorial inside the house, all the toys? And it's like, well, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But no. Leave it out there because people love and care, and Quentin deserves that. But the nasty stuff, just take it. Unfortunately, you have to, but take it, burn it, get rid of it. Don't leave it with that stuff, but don't remove, But that's got to be a hard situation because you're getting multiple of those, by the way, mixed in with the toys and stuff. And to me, that's disgusting. I wouldn't do that. Mike, we get that. We get that. But doing something like that is taking from the memorial. So what I will say, you'll probably see the memorial move up a little bit closer to where they can be able to get trash like that taken out, because they do want, Billie Jo wants people to leave love and support. An actual memorial, not stuff like that. So if it's, closer up, they can get it weeded out of there so that it doesn't take from Quentin, because that's what you all do when you leave a sign like that. That's disgusting. Y'all think that this is the same situation as Brian Laundrie case. And I'm telling you right now, it's not. It's not. And I wish I could show you guys screenshots of conversations. I wish I could show you things I've seen. And I can tell you right now, it is probably not the same conversations that Brian Laundrie was having with his parents. In fact, publicly, it's been proven that it's probably the complete opposite, and I'll let y'all chew on what you think I mean by that. But I'm going to end this one here. I'll be live tonight, joined by Papa ChəR. Okay? And discussing this in Summer Wells' case and whatever. And, you know, I'm only going to put out what I'm okay to put out, but you guys have to just trust me when I tell you I am seeing a lot, and I'm seeing a lot I wish I could show you guys. And I think that should say something as well, is that there's stuff I could show you that would have a lot of people, probably, I really feel like a lot of people, more people actually feeling hella bad for what they're saying about Billie right now. But I've been asked not to show it right now. And that makes me mad, because people are like, but you know, there's going to be a time and a place, I hope, for that. And y'all will see. And yeah, just trust that I have seen things. And there's a reason why I stand where I'm standing still right now in this very moment. Okay, y'all? So I'll see you later. Love y'all.